Mammoth Cave on a Sunday afternoon. We're on the Sal Hollow trail, about a mile and a half in. Oh, see that right there? It's horse poop. People complain all the time about horse poop on the trails. Do you know what horses eat? Grass, grain, corn. It's just grass, people. Get over your fear of horse poop and be prepared for muddy trails. I mean, if you're going to go hiking, be prepared for what the trail has to offer, you know. Especially when it's as beautiful as that. Waterfall coming out from underground, which is what created Mammoth Cave. Water. Beautiful. On this little footbridge with the man. So pretty. Peaceful. On Friday here, there was a really bad windstorm. We live about 30 miles southwest of here, right? Southwest? 20 miles. There was a lot of down trees. We've had to cross over a lot of down trees here on the trail, but nothing major. Anyway, beautiful place. I know a lot of people have said that the waterfall was dried up, or has been dried up, and it probably can. I mean, it is spring fed, so if it's a drought, you're not going to have much water, but we had quite a bit of rain with that storm, so we got to see the waterfall. See that? Mud. See that? Muck boots. You just walk right through it. Just like that. Just be prepared for what the trail gives you. I will have to say thank you to our youngest daughter, Lori, for the muck boots. I didn't have any. I might have to get me some. Alright, here we go. This will be my first ever YouTube loaded video, so I'm brand new to this. This is my husband, John. My name is Emily. We don't really have trail names yet. I'm preparing for an overnight backpacking trip, so I wear my heavy pack. We're working up to it. So John, back in 2021, September of 2020, he was diagnosed with metastatic lung cancer and was given 2 months to live. Back in January 13th, I believe it was, he got a call that said that there was no evidence of cancer in his body. So we are trying to do things that we normally wouldn't have ever done before. For the last almost, 2.5 years, we've been kind of homebound, and he's been so limited on what he's been able to do. So we've been trying to get out and enjoy life.
Pretty adventurous before.
Yeah, we ride motorcycles, and My motorcycle name is Overcomer, so I don't know. I've got a tattoo on my arm, so that might be end up being my trail name too, because I have overcame quite a bit in my life. John's kind of nickname is Firefighter, Brother John. I call him Chief. Grandmaster P. I don't know. Our last name is Penley, so.
You must call me Penley.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to figure out trail names. I don't know if those will stick or. But anyway, just wanted to give everybody kind of a little summary of who we are. But anyway, we're gonna continue on the trail. Probably in the summertime, you wouldn't really be able to see a whole lot because of course the trees would be full. There'd be a lot of foliage around on the ground, but right now you can see really, really well down into that valley. There's rock formations on the other side over there. I'm not sure if this trail goes that way or not, but I hope it does. I love rocks. We got a little bit of an incline, but not too bad. We had to stop for a second. John has to take these hills slow. His lungs are recovering, of course, and there's damage. He's got bone damage, and both lungs were impacted by the cancer. So, I don't mind waiting for him. I'm just thankful to have him out here with me. Look at this little guy we found. Hey there, little buddy. You survived the windstorm. Buttercups are starting to bloom. Thought we might see some mushrooms, but must still be too early for mushrooms. Dry land fish. What else are they called?
Dry land fish.
What else? Hickory chicks?
Yeah.
My daddy calls them hickory chicks because they like to grow around hickory trees, but I don't know a hickory tree from a oak tree from a. Maybe I ought to learn that if I'm going to be in the woods. Cedar, I know cedar trees. I don't have to worry about knowing berries very much because I don't usually eat very many berries because of the seeds. Majority of the trail has been like this right here. Fairly flat. There's a couple little roots here and there, but like it's not been bad at all really, even with the tree fall. And actually the hill we just came up was really the first like incline that we've had to deal with. I've been hiking for a couple years now. It was my way of, well, I was diagnosed with diabetes and I spent so much time taking care of John that I'd forgot about taking care of me. So when I was diagnosed with diabetes, I took it very seriously and lost weight, cut out sugar. I mean, I took it very, very seriously. So I can get out on the trail and do 6 or 7 miles pretty quickly. So, but John, even in the health condition he's in, is handling this trail really well. So, if you want to come out here, just take your time, pay attention, be prepared, and enjoy it. Aw, those are pretty. Gotta forge my way through here. We'll just go up and around. No big deal. I think it's so cool that people stack rocks like that. And I think they came from right here because you can tell that's where that one came from, or one came from. Coolness. Oh, looky what I found. Oh, it's a sinkhole. I'm sure it's a cave entrance, actually. There's water dripping down. I absolutely love caves. I should have been a park ranger. Specifically, well, now I've done forgot what.
Geologist.
Well, geology, professional cave spelunker. How about that? Love, love, love caves. I could live in a cave. I hope there's more of that to come. I bet that's what that rock stack was marking up there. Might have been. Very possibly. That is so cool. What?
Can you tell how far we've been?
I can.
How you feel? My broom ain't working.
Bounce it.
My horse ain't working either. I want to take me home. There's no place like home.
We haven't seen a single soul out here today, just us. We ain't even seen a squirrel.
Huh?
We ain't even seen a squirrel.
Yeah, I know.
We thought we heard people talking earlier or something, I don't know. There's a fresh downed tree. When you're out here in the woods like this, there's no distractions as far as like things that cause you anxiety or stress, or it's just peaceful. It's a good way to come and let your mind have a break from the world. cell service isn't the greatest, and no loud noise of traffic or stuff that on every other day stresses you out or whatever. It's good. It's just a good place to come open your mind. Hear the voice of the Lord. I don't know how you believe, but that's how I believe. I'm closer to God out here. If you don't believe that way, well, you ain't got to listen to me. But if you want to get closer to the Lord, get out in nature. Our trail, we're following the blue markers. I don't know if you can see that blue marker right there or not. It's right there. And there's a fallen tree across the trail, but there's another blue marker. So we're going to go around it. I mean, it's always a good idea when you're out on the trail to stay on the trail. But, I mean, in situations like this, you don't have a choice. You can't get through huge fallen trees like that. John went a different way. But, anyway, there's a little creek. There's my blue marker. So yeah, this trail is definitely a wet. There's been several wet creek crossings. So just be prepared for that. But it's really, really pretty. It's really peaceful. I bet it's a highly traveled trail. My All Trails app said this trail was like 5 miles, a little over 5 miles. I don't remember exactly. But the blue markers are telling us, and I checked my All Trails and it said that we'd already gone a little over 2.5 miles. Well, the blue marker said like 2.25. So John thinks I've tricked him. Because I asked him, I said, well, how long? We went on a like 2.3 hike yesterday at a new place we'd never been in Barron County called, well, I'm all wrapped up in the tree limb, called Brigadoon State Nature Preserve. It was rough. That was a rough trail. He did it just fine. He was tired. So I asked him if he could handle a 5 to 7 mile. He said, yeah. So I read the reviews on this one. It seemed that it was fairly level. And it was a little over 5 miles. So we decided on this one. Going down just a little hill. A big old rock. It's beautiful. I love rocks. I've done ran off and left him. Let's go see over here. Just a view into the valley. I never did see those bluffs from the other side. When we looked over from the other side, it looked like there was a bluff with possible cave-looking formations. But I mean, it was through the trees, so it was hard to tell. I was hoping this trail would take us over to them, but I haven't seen them yet. We are in that direction. And if it takes us to them, you better believe I'll get it on video. Just went through some pretty intense tree fall. About 8 trees right there that we had to figure out how to get around and through and around and up and down, and massive trees, like one fall right on top of the other. There's one there, here, and one back there. That was difficult. But the actual trail itself is still okay. We're up on the ridge. One of the ridges. I'd say when there's foliage on the trees, you can't even see down in there. The Park Service is going to have a job clearing all these trees out of the trails and remarking a bunch of them, because a lot of the trees that fell are the ones with the blue markers on them. Oh goodness. We heard a bunch of coyotes earlier too. It's kind of scary, actually. He's coming. He got really, really sick a little bit ago too. One thing with this treatment, he still takes this same treatment that he's been taking for the past year or so. His doctor doesn't want to change it because it's working. But it makes him very sick sometimes. Like his food doesn't digest, so everything he ate today came back up. So kind of sucks when you're out on the trail because he doesn't need to get dehydrated. So thankfully he got plenty of water. Another water crossing. It's actually really firm. Looks like the trail follows this creek bed. This part of the creek bed's dry, so I'd say when it rains, it rushes. Coming out from underground. A little bit of a hill. Here's these hitching posts I see on a lot of other people's videos. Here we are coming to a trail connection. We came up from that way. If we turn left, you have the turn hole campsite. Straight is a Sal Hollow campsite. And right is Buffalo Trail. We're going right. It's hard to see because of the leaves, but this is muddy. Staying in water. Like, for one, this place is covered with underground springs, so you're going to have mud all year long, pretty much. This is also a horse trail. So just know that before you come. You're going to be sharing the trail with horses. I used to ride horses. My parents have still got horses. It's a lot of fun. People enjoy it just as much as us hikers enjoy it. So just know and be prepared for the trail that you're fixing to go on. You can go up and around it. There's plenty of area for you to go up and around. It's really not that bad. And we just had flooding rains on Friday. This is Sunday. This through here is completely dry. So it's just little spots that are muddy that I've seen so far. We are now on Turnhole Bend Trail. We took the Sal Hollow and then turned right onto Turnhole. And it's going to take us up to, I forget the name, I'll have to let you know later. And we'll turn right again and then head back to the trailhead where we parked. There's more mud. I actually could have worn my trail runners rather than these muck boots. It's all on how you take it. I mean, with all the tree fall, it's been rough. Like, we've had to crawl over obstacles and walk way around and to get around the trees. And I'm tired and I'm used to this. John already said if I was able to get the vehicle and come get him, or have park rangers come pick him up, he would. I mean, it hasn't been easy, but it's still a really nice trail. Oh, there's a creek over there. You can hear it running. So I mean, it's, you know, if you're planning to come out and get in the woods, plan for being in the woods, being in nature. You never know what you're going to get from one day to the next. Just be grateful and thankful that you're able to get out in it to begin with, because many can't. Finally seeing my first squirrel. He's over there somewhere. Fresh trees falling. There's a big one down up there across the path. Man, that's a big tree. Goodness gracious. One thing I've realized about doing this is this video, the camera doesn't do anything justice. This is a massive tree. And it just doesn't look that big in the video or through the camera, but my gosh, it's massive. It's really sad. That tree's probably been there for hundreds of years. Now the fun part's figuring out how to get around it. Oops, spiderweb. fucking poles hanging on everything. These trees down like this kind of remind you of life. You're going along, minding your own business, trying to enjoy life, doing your everyday routine, and all of a sudden, there's a huge tree thrown down in front of you right in your path. So what do? Do you stop living because of it? Do you go a different direction? Or do you figure out how to traverse through it to get to the other side and still be on the same path that you were on? That was a little muddy coming down there. So he just took the high road. I walked right through it, but I'm wearing them. This actually is the most muddy area we've been through the whole time. But there's plenty of room on the edge to walk around it. It's been a beautiful day today. Oh, we're coming up to another trail connection. So, Turnhole Bend is what we just came off of. We're going to go up here. There's more hitching posts. I guess you could tie a hammock to those. I'm not sure. I don't know if they're designated specifically for horses or hammocks. It would work for either one, I guess. Hitching post over there. Road down through there. Or actually, it's a trail. It's actually a blue tag trail. I guess I better check the map, see, make sure we go the right way. We hear two owls. That's cool. Or it could be Sasquatch talking to each other. You never know what's in these woods. Making it up the hill. There's water streaming down that hill all the way down through there, so there is an underground spring once again. So there's not an issue of having enough water if you come hiking over here. One downfall to wearing these muck boots, they don't give me the support that my trail runners do, and my hips are hurting carrying this 25-pound pack, crawling over and underneath all these trees. I feel like I've ran a marathon, but it feels good. I like it. Oh, there's some poo. And some beetles are eating it up. There they are. Look at them beetles. That looks like it's probably coyote. Coyote poo. Well, if you want to know what Mammoth Cave trails look like after a windstorm, I think I've got enough video to show you. I didn't even show you nearly half of them. We had to crawl over a bunch, or go around a bunch rather. It's kind of funny on my All Trails map that shows where we've gone. You can see everywhere we had to go around trees because the trail itself is marked green and where we've been is marked blue. So you can see how far off trail we had to go a few times to get around the trees. But that's okay. There's one right there across the trail. I think I might be able to crawl under that one. There's another one. I'll get up here and wait on my honey to catch up to me. He ain't too far back there. See if I can get under here without catching my pack. I don't know. Had to get down on a knee, but I did it. Alrighty then. Here we are.
Huh?
We're almost there.
No.
Actually, we've already gone as far as the All Trails map. The map said we would. gravelly. Water running through the trail. And another tree across the trail up there. Squirrel. It's not muddy though, it's gravel. This is going to be interesting. That's the gravel road to Good Spring Church. Uh-huh. That way, yeah. All right, that's the way we went when we first started. Took off down that way. He is going to be very happy to see the vehicle. Buffalo Trail. We finished on the Buffalo Trail. So we took Sal Hollow Trail to Turnhole Bend Trail, and then Buffalo Trail. I think. I'll have to look, double check to make sure that's the right one. It's just a big loop. And without trees down everywhere, it wouldn't be that bad. Swamp. Trail register. I guess if you're spending the night, you have to probably put a whatever you call it, tag of some sort in there. Permit. Maple Springs Trailhead. This is such a pretty place. The gravel road that we saw just a few minutes ago is right up there to go to Good Springs Church. But right now, I am going to get this pack off and get these boots off and sit down a minute.